Jeopardy just might be in jeopardy. Ken Jennings, the host of the show now, is no Alex Trebek, and he's weighing in with some of his most acerbic posts yet, claiming he wants everybody inside the Trump administration prosecuted lawfare 2.0. But is it just the admin, or does Ken want to see even supporters thrown in the paddy wagons across America? Today we'll tell you, will it destroy Jeopardy's ratings? And is it time for a new host? It is a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. Every time we get to spend time with you, thank you for joining us. You make the magic happen here. Click the like button, drop a comment down below. And folks, we're trying not to be political, but we are weighing in on when entertainment goes tremendously political, and sometimes beyond that, wishing that anybody who disagrees with a celebrity or game show host would be behind bars for most of the rest of their life. Today, we'll tell you why this could be the end of Ken Jennings with Jeopardy. Ken Jennings, the host of Jeopardy, who has just put himself squarely in a place where viewers may say enough already. This out of the New York Post. Jeopardy host Ken Jennings says 2028 candidate who vows to prosecute Trump regime has my vote. This is by Joseph A. Wolfson out of Fox News, hosted by the Post. Jeopardy host Ken Jennings appeared to take a swipe at President Trump and his administration, saying he'd support a candidate who vows to prosecute the current regime. Oh, lawfare 2.0, you say? Jennings took to the liberal social media platform Blue Sky, oh my, on Wednesday during a news cycle dominated by the ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis. The prosecute the former regime at every level candidate has my vote in 2028, Jennings wrote. Pay attention to that at every level. We'll come back to that. On Tuesday, he appeared to knock Trump's policy on Venezuela, writing on Blue Sky. America is always like, okay, but the next regime change will work, like when I cut out carbs briefly every January. Sony Pictures Television, which produces the syndicated game show, Jennings and representatives for Jennings did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. Jennings, who began co-hosting Jeopardy in 2021 and became the sole host in 23, has had a history of liberal anti-Trump commentary. However, Christian, this, I think, is a new level, saying that he wants prosecution of the regime at every level. Because here's the question then, Christian, is this man is the host of a family-friendly game show on primetime every night and on the airwaves all across the U.S. of A. Is he calling also for Trump supporters to be put away? And if so, the latest Rasmussen poll, and folks can say, oh, Rasmussen, I don't like them. They're to the right. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to the most accurate pollster for the last election. That's Rasmussen. Rasmussen, I believe, has Trump at something like 49 to 51% approval. So who all's going to jail, Christian? And do you think this is going to go well for ratings? This seems to me to be a real bad idea. I don't know why they keep doing this. Your thoughts on what this means for Jeopardy?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the fact that he's on Blue Sky is your first bad sign. Listen, we all should have thick skins. And if someone says, I don't like Trump, or I don't like this policy, who cares? We're all allowed ideas, impressions, opinions, have at it. That's a great thing about this country. But what he's saying is far, far beyond, I have opinions and ideas, and far beyond, I want another person in the White House. He's saying that we lock up people for being a part of this administration. That's dangerous. That's an escalation. And that's, in a way, projection, because I think some people on the left are saying that's what Trump's doing. He's locking up everybody or some such nonsense. So it's a really unhinged comment. It depends how far it goes. I mean, this is a beloved show. People have a lot of passion for it, a lot of loyalty to it. And then he's coming out and saying things like this. You know, one of my bottom lines about celebrities and their opinions is that they're never challenged or countered. So no one, if ever interviewing him, will say, what do you mean by that specifically? How would that work out? Which level are we talking about? Which laws have been broken? No one's ever going to ask him that. So he's never going to have to defend his opinions. But this isn't good. I mean, again, if Ben Affleck is a Democrat and he votes for everyone on the left, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. God bless him. He's a pretty talented director, a mediocre actor, and he's made some great films. But when you get to this level, that's where things get complicated. And that's where I have a problem. It's like the Jimmy Kimmel situation just talked about. It's okay to hate Trump. It's okay to mock Trump. It's okay to criticize Trump. But when you're saying he's going to kill people, that's an escalation. That's an incitement to violence.
Yeah. And the thing here too is you can express your opinion about a politician. Fine, whatever. However that shakes out with your ratings, let it be.
Yeah.
But when you say, I want everybody who works with this man to go to jail.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that watch Jeopardy. This is out of Variety. This is the most recent numbers we have for the ratings for Jeopardy. Jeopardy gets about 7.5 million viewers in prime time. It's the number one syndicated TV show. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to know, by the way, how this is about, I don't know, 4 times what Jimmy Kimmel gets. So Jeopardy's doing pretty darn well. And I got a feeling that the people who take care of Jeopardy would like to take care of its ratings and not let this spill over into taking down this long-running, very lucrative endeavor on television. I can't imagine. And I think back to, this is not how our world has been. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I didn't turn on The Price is Right. And Bob Barker and Rod Rodney didn't come on and say, who was the president back then? Let's use Ronald Reagan as an example. I didn't listen to Bob Barker say, have your pet spayed and neutered and may everyone in the Reagan administration go to jail. That's not how it worked.
Yeah. It's a weird time. And, part of the reason why this could get blowback is we're just exhausted by this. We're exhausted by the hatred and the rhetoric and the outrage. And, we're living a culture where we're looking to kind of fight back. When that Hilton debacle happened earlier this week, people were ready to cancel all their Hilton memberships and never go there. And then they seem to do seemingly the right thing. But people are primed and ready to choose other options. If I don't watch Jeopardy tonight, there's a lot of other shows I could watch. Basically, everything that's ever been produced for the last 100 years, I can watch on my TV or my phone. Don't they realize that? Don't they realize that it's just pushing people away? What that could do to their careers? I'm staggered they don't.
I think you're onto something there, Christian. I think that NBC recognizes that this is a bad situation for them, right? I think everybody's going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to have a different conversation. Like you said, all Disney had to do was draw a line in the sand for their vitriolic, annoyances that they allow to, pontificate on their air. And that's the situation, is they allow their talent to put everything at risk, which is foolhardy. So I don't think Comcast is willing to do that all that many more times. And I think this person may have done the one thing that maybe they're allowed to get away with, and then next time around they'll be called on the carpet and or find an extra vacation they weren't planning on. Mm-hmm. So it's just this is something at all networks, whether you're cable or primetime network, whether you're on one of the big three. I think the leadership, as I think you said, and perhaps even Ron said before he left, we need grown-ups to run these companies. And we don't have grown-ups any longer. We have spreadsheet warriors that may have gone to business school that are so unqualified to be in the positions that they're in, outside of the approval of, let's say, boards of directors. They really rely solely on data, which is dangerous, because not understanding the preferences of your audience lead to catastrophes. And you're correct. The Hilton situation corrected itself immediately because the Hilton Corporation recognized two things. Number one, their founder was Conrad Hilton, who was American to the core, and the family who has kept the control of a lot of the hotel industry, while I don't believe fully in charge of Hilton at the moment, probably don't want to be associated with anything that's anti-American. So, it's easy to send one of these independently owned Hampton Inns to the woodshed and just debadge them. And that's essentially what I believe happened. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of companies, again, we've seen Walmart, Target, Bud Light. I can go through a laundry list of companies that have decided, we're going to take ourself out of the, direct line of the cannon fire, and maybe, you guys are going to have to behave. I think they're going to, in media, somebody is going to have to step in and say, we're not doing this anymore. If you have your feelings, find another place to air them, because it's not going to be on our air. I could be wrong.
Here's the other thing too, Jonas, as we go to you, people can go watch this guy. This is what a lot of the folks don't understand. All the Jeopardy episodes, and there's a bunch of them. Good luck watching them all. Mm-hmm. You can go watch Alex Trebek. I guarantee you don't remember all the answers. There's a plethora for our Canadian friends, since Alex is that. There's a plethora of Jeopardy episodes, and you can go in the back catalog and never run out, and you can just watch them to your heart's desire and never have to watch Mr. Jennings again. People love Alex Trebek.
Actually, I'm going to take that. I'm going to walk that back. Ken Jennings is actually in quite a few episodes of these that Alex Trebek hosts.
Well, different side of the aisle, yeah.
the further back you go, the better the facial hair gets as well. Alex Trebek was he was a North American treasure, because I do believe he was Canadian, though eventually got sense and made the right call, came here, and we claimed him in the name of America. As is the best way for things to be handled when they are excellent. The thing I want to point out here is that Alex Trebek was a pretty spicy person off camera. I read his memoir when it was eventually published, and he was taken from us way too soon. He talked about his comments off screen and how ashamed he was of how salty his language was, because he felt like he had to do that for some reason in order to make it in Hollywood. Trebek was a fascinating guy who, he would even say he had a pretty boring life, but lovable and stayed out of politics, which is something that I think people underestimate with the unsalted matzah of a personality that Ken Jennings has. I like him a lot. I do like Ken Jennings a lot. I think he needs to really think about what it takes to make a show like Jeopardy last for generations, instead of somehow finding a way to offend its 80-year-old audience. I love Jeopardy, but the only people that I can get to watch Jeopardy with me are geriatrics. So that is not the person you want to be inflaming with anti-conservative takes or confused Jeopardy champions as they present on television.
And I'll tell you, the weird world we live in, we'll be accused from this conversation of being right-wing, because we're here saying, stop being political Jeopardy, right? That will be the accusation, is because we come out and we say, mainstream middle, sensible center, where money is made, go back to that entertainment. What's the response to that when we say, get out of politics? The response is, I told you they were far right. We must bid adieu for now. But folks, I encourage you, if you enjoyed this kind of video, well, we have plenty more and more on the way every single day. We do it for you. Check out the WDW Pro Channel and go click on videos. You can see the most recent ones and enjoy all the stuff we're talking about, and hopefully give us some feedback, because we would love to cater what we're doing for you. You are the consumer. You are our valued guest. It's how entertainment companies once upon a time treated the people who bought their stuff, and we're still doing it here. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say goodbye, we always say this because we think you indeed are special and matter. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.